share my views as far as Zimbabwe is concerned, the politics, the economics of Zimbabwe, those things. But most importantly, what I want to talk about is the popularization of this scarf as a ZANU-PF scarf. I think that's a wrong perception altogether and a misplaced way of thinking to attribute this scarf to ZANU-PF. And my cause of concern is this scarf, if you look at it closely, most of the scarves, they have the Zimbabwean bird, and they have these colors. And these colors are also found on the flag of Zimbabwe. Unless if people have started thinking that the Zimbabwean flag is now a ZANU-PF flag. But I think it's unfair on politicians and on Zimbabwean in general to really attribute this scarf to ZANU-PF. The fact that the president and the first secretary of ZANU-PF uses this scarf when he's going around or he wears this scarf doesn't make it a ZANU-PF scarf. I personally think that it's as much important as the Zimbabwean flag, since it has everything that is found on the Zimbabwean flag. It's actually on this scarf that makes it a Zimbabwean scarf rather than a Zimbabwean flag. It's an emblem that makes someone be identified as a Zimbabwean, most importantly, than as a ZANU-PF supporter. But it's not new in the Zimbabwean politics to have people mischaracterizing facts and mischaracterizing issues and misrepresenting issues to the general public. Politicians in Zimbabwe, they do that very often to gain political support and political mileage. They mischaracterize history, they mischaracterize some historical events, and they even get to an extent of mischaracterizing tribal issues to cause divisions among Zimbabweans. And I think politicians in Zimbabwe, they should desist from such tendencies of mischaracterization of information and misrepresenting issues, because they ultimately cause misperceptions about the leadership, misperceptions about the ruling party, misperceptions about the opposition party, and within disregard the most important thing which all of us are facing, which is economic challenges. I think what we should understand as Zimbabweans, and what should Zimbabwean politicians understand, is politics is not like economics. When we are talking of politics, in politics, that's where we have the Movement for Democratic Change, which is the MDC, where we have Zimbabwe African National Union Patriotic Front, which is ZANU-PF. But in economics, there is no ZANU-PF in economics. There is no Movement for Democratic Change in economics. But in economics, we have Zimbabweans. That's what we have. One people, one nation. So I think if we take the politics into economics, I think we will have a serious problem. It's heartbreaking to see what's happening in Zimbabwe today, and you then see our politicians engaging in cat fighting, schoolboy politics, and all those things. I mean, think of a situation whereby the Democrats in America, the Republicans in America, they actually convene a subcommittee of the Senate to discuss issues to do with Zimbabwe, to discuss the challenges that Zimbabweans are facing. And yet, us Zimbabweans, we are not doing that. We are actually going there to discuss with them the challenges that we are facing in Zimbabwe. And we are telling them the remedies. Why can't we come back home? Why can't we sit in as Zimbabweans, as one people, and discuss the challenges that we are facing as a people, as a nation, and stop this world traveling, going around and saying bad things about our country. I think the people who are advising our leadership, they are not doing their job well, because if they were doing their job well, I think by now we could have been in a much better place. We could have resolved some of the burning issues. For instance, the way corruption is being dealt with. I think there is need for us Zimbabweans to unite against this monster called corruption. Because I think if the new dispensation is really committed to dealing with corruption as it purports, and if the opposition parties are really committed to deal with corruption as they purport, I think we should share this common vision, this common tenacity to do with issues to do with corruption. And also I think our judiciary system should really work hard, and they should work day and night to deal with corruption. It makes little or no sense to, for instance, chiefly bearing in mind a person who is being accused of fraud, maybe of $1 million or more than that, then that person is given bail for about $500 or for $1,000. It's more or less incentivizing the person to keep on doing what they were doing, or it's actually a way of incentivizing other people who are doing corruption to keep on doing corruption. Because you can imagine someone who is being accused of fraud. Maybe we talk of $1 million, and you make them pay just $500 bail. It's nothing. It's just a drop of water in an ocean. I think those are the things that should really concern our mind as Zimbabwe. Those are issues that should concern our politicians, to sit down, discuss the issues that are affecting Zimbabweans as citizens, not Zimbabweans as MDC supporters, Zimbabweans as ZANU-PF supporters. And I think politicians should stop and desist from mass mobilization of people along ethnic lines, or having talked about certain issues that divides us. I think issues that divides us, or the diversity among Zimbabweans, that should be a strength that actually unites us, because in diversity there is unity in diversity, because this person will bring their own idea and this one will bring their own idea, and if we collaborate those ideas, we can actually build a very formidable system that can deal with most of the challenges that we are facing in Zimbabwe. I think it's time for politicians to realize that we have moved past elections, we've moved past political cat fighting and schoolboy politics, and we have to focus on the economy. We have to focus on things that will deliver prosperity, will deliver development, will build futures for the young people. And I think to the youth leagues, the youth leagues, whether the ZANU-PF Youth League or the MDC Youth League, I think they are not really doing their jobs necessarily. I think if the ZANU-PF Youth League was doing their job, I think they should have initiated some certain developmental projects that are aimed at